Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your general reading for the month of May 2021. Welcome to this channel. This is Fire Moon Transformations. I'm so happy to have you here today for your general reading. So in this reading, we're just going to look at the main theme of what's going on in your life. We'll pull some oracle cards to get that represented. Then we'll look at the specific energies with some tarot of what's happening around you, and then we'll pull you some advice on how to best deal with these energies, claim these energies around you. So this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Keep in mind that if this doesn't resonate at all, it might be if you're an Aqua Sun, you might want to take a look at your other placements. So let's get started and see what's the main theme wants to come through for Aquarius in May this year. What is happening in your life, Aquarius? What is going on? So peaks of joy. Wow, okay. So this is the third reading in which this card comes up. So the others were Gemini and Capricorn. So if you have placements in either of these signs, check out those videos as well. So this is a wonderful time for you. Oh, and another card that came up before. So a very kind of forceful shuffle for you, Aquarius. Unexpected visitors. So let's see what is going on in your life. The first thing that I'm just kind of getting out of this is you might be out living your life, kind of enjoying things. And this is a beautiful time when we have entered Taurus season. Recently, as I'm filming this video, Venus is in Taurus. It's a time of beautiful abundance, nourishment, all sorts of enjoyment. So you might already be kind of claiming that energy and relaxing and just having a good time. And something might happen that will surprise you or that will kind of drive you out of this lulling time for you. I don't know why I want to say that. So you've attracted wonderful news. So you might get some unexpected news or just, yeah, lots of surprises coming up for you, Aquarius. Let's see. Actually, those cards, too many cards. I just like one other oracle card for you. You have a mighty shield, sacred beetle armor. I think this came up for Taurus as well. So, positive, uplifting friends. Okay. So I'm getting the sense that something or someone will come into your life this month in unexpected ways, in which you will be triggered to remember something of the past or some sort of situation that maybe wasn't that positive for you, or maybe that disappointed you, or that brought you some sort of heartbreak, and you're wondering if you can trust this. So at the bottom of the deck we have, I will show you whom to trust. Kitsune, that's a beautiful message, and you are protected at this time because oh yeah, and when I say that, I also see protecting treasure at the bottom of the other oracle deck. So you might be in a sort of defensive frame of mind, as in like you're just out living your life, being free, enjoying everything, being the master of your own destiny, and being pretty independent. I'm getting the sense that a lot of you are single. I'm not going to look necessarily into those energies in this reading. I will be doing an individual love reading for all the signs. Those will be posted up soon, so take a look at those. But yeah, you might be kind of coming into some sort of union with someone or something, and they want to give you something, or they want to engage with you, or they want to bond with you on a deeper level, and you're wondering if you can trust it, or you're like, I don't even like want this right now. I don't even necessarily feel like this is something that I need or that I even asked for. Like, I'm just out here living my life. I've healed from past disappointments. I have this mighty armor and shield around me now. No one can really shake me again. No one can reach that vulnerable core right now, and I don't think I have to let that externalize at all. Like, I don't need that. But this thing that's coming into your life is an ultimately incredibly positive, beautiful thing, whether it's a situation, a partnership, some sort of collaboration with someone on sort of project or whatever, and being open to it, letting yourself take a leap of faith in this situation and to trust that what's coming through is in your best interest and that it will not hurt you in any sort of way, will be extremely beneficial for you. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm getting out of this general theme. Another thing is with Taurus season, with all of these good, yummy energies, it is a great time to spend with friends. Maybe what's happening is that after a time of such restriction, you're finally able to go out and hang out with more people. And because of that, maybe you will meet someone new who sparks your interest, or rather who is really interested in you, or who's really who's just so eager to collaborate with you or connect with you in some sort of way. And Spirit is telling you, be open to this. Don't be preventatively defensive about this, because if you are, you might block some energies, or you will actually block some energies that are really, really meant to come into your life, that are divinely guided and timed for you. And that will bring you to a place of such magic and kind of wonderment. I'm getting very Alice in Wonderland feels with this card here. I don't know why I want to say that. So let's see what this unexpected situation is about, Aquarius. This is very intriguing. I'm very excited to find out. So let's pull some tarot and see what this is about. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus. Cross-watcher is also welcome, of course. Month of May 2021. What is a specific situation for Aquarius, for all the Aquas out there? Well, too many cards. Let's be patient about it, Spirit. Okay. As I say that, I get my wrist slapped. The cards will come out how they want to come out. Okay. See, exactly. It's kind of like a situation coming about in your life right now, Aquarius. You can't refuse what's coming through. And as a sort of, not sort of, but very independent being, if you have any important Aquarius placements, you will be a pretty independent being. You're going to not want to be told what to do. Sometimes you might even refuse what's meant for you just because you didn't create it, or you didn't engineer it, or you weren't the one to have full control over it. So right now, interesting, you're coming through as where the situation is represented by Queen of Pentacles. So you're this very attractive person right now, very bountiful, very shimmering, glamorous person at the moment, and you are seen as very powerful, very desirable right now, okay? And everyone kind of wants to be around you, and people will be very drawn to you this month. But you kind of actually want to be left alone. You have been on this journey of, walking the tougher path, either because you were kind of thrown on it. And when I said that, I looked at the clock, it is 11:11. So this really is meant to come out for you. This message is really meant to come out for you, Aquarius. So you've been on this tough road because of a past situation, a past relationship, something that happened in the past that has set you on a sort of life experience that was maybe tougher than you ever thought you would have to go through. And this has really taught you some important lessons. It has really helped you grow. It has inspired you to acquire new skills, new talents, new ways to survive. But that's the thing, you've kind of, on one side, you've been very strong, and you've been really you've been transformed by the situation for the better. But at the same time, you have also started to engage in this habit where you're a little bit in survival mode, or where you think you have to limit your energies, or set very clear boundaries around yourself in order to protect yourself against other energies that might come in the same way as this one in the past, which has changed your path in such a significant way. So at the bottom of the situation, I mean, with these, I'm very interested in these two queens. When two queens come out, yeah, there's almost like a battle within yourself on which side of yourself to embody or to show to the world. So both of these cards are very abundant, attractive, desirable energies and people and expressions of self. I'm also hearing, it's a very specific message that I didn't get for any of the other readings, that you're also considering how to express something to do with your gender identity. Again, take what resonates, but with this, it's almost like you want to reinvent that part of yourself, or just in general, the two or multiple different parts within yourself that you feel like you've been in a process of transformation when it comes to your own selfhood and your own idea of who you are, and you're kind of like it's not like you're not sure how to integrate different parts of yourself, but like there's already so much going on within. It almost feels like there's like more than one person within yourself that you don't want to be distracted, or you don't want to be made to feel like you have to approximate by dealing with other energies, by dealing with like literally the energy of anyone else external to you. So that's very interesting. So let's see. With the Page of Swords and the Crown, yeah, you might feel a little bit defensive at the moment. Like you don't want to be looked at, you don't want to be evaluated, you don't want to be seen. In the past, you were kind of the center of attention. You were always socializing. You're always connecting with people. And it feels that right now you don't want to be dealing with any of that. Let's see what's coming into being for you. Two of Swords. You're not sure which path to take or what is right for you anymore. You're a little bit confused right now about what you should be focusing on, a rich aspect of yourself, if that makes sense for you. Should you be focusing on? Okay, so we have a third queen here. So you might be dealing with some significant conundrums or choices in your life about what group or what sort of category you belong to in society, in your community. You might feel like you don't have your people yet, like you're kind of just like this unicorn floating around, and you're not necessarily very grounded in your energies like you. And because of that kind of confusion about like, where are really my people, like who can I really open up to, like how do I know who to engage or who to connect with on a deeper level, and who to protect myself against. Again, you are divinely protected. If you listen to your intuition and get out of your mind, you will realize, and my battery's a little low there. If you get out of your mind and ground yourself in your intuition, that's what you're being encouraged to embrace, is your intuition. This is what you're coming through as the Queen of Cups. So this is how you will get yourself out of this conundrum, or this kind of mental fog or mental cage about what is going on in your life right now. And the environment around you is people, situations, experiences, they want to offer you happiness, ultimate fulfillment, new excitement, opportunities. There's so much around you, and you think you might be enjoying yourself right now. I don't want to tell you that, oh, there's so much more out there and that you're not fine by yourself. You're totally fine by yourself. You're totally fine kind of being outside of any community, outside of any group. But there's so much more celebration and happiness and enjoyment to be had in connecting with others in any area of life, whether that's friendships, collaborations, romantic partnerships, any other sort of partnership. I'm not going to get too much into those energies, into the romantic side of things and relationships, but it feels like maybe you have many options around you at the moment, and you're confused and you don't want any of them. And that's totally fine, and I understand that absolutely. But in general, you're being encouraged to just be open to being surprised and to being fulfilled by energies that seem very free-flowing, and to people or connections who really are wanting to focus on you. Like, allow yourself to be more of the center of attention. If that's not your thing, at least allow yourself to be supported by others, to be helped by others, to be maybe even inspired by energies outside of yourself, because being so self-sufficient can get extremely tiring at some point. It can get very draining. Yeah, you're being encouraged to kind of move away from this mental energy of confinement and constriction, or to let go of this kind of conflict that you have about a past, ooh, that's way too many cards, about a past relationship or situation that disappointed you, or that felt it went against your better, just your highest good. Because yes, that difficult situation was meant to teach you some transformative lessons, to change you. It was meant to change you. But it wasn't meant to shut you off from further beautiful life experiences. So you're being asked to kind of go with the flow. And with this card here, I think this represents Chiron. I'm not sure. I don't know why. Maybe I think of this figure as a Chiron figure, just because maybe I saw this Monteverdi opera once. Anyway, ignore my musical nerdiness, but reminds me of a kind of underworld explorer. So you have been on this path of, if you have any like Scorpio placements or very Plutonic energies in your chart, take a look at those. I also know that Pluto will go retrograde April 27th. And some of these past lessons that you've had to deal with when it comes to transformation of self-identity, might be coming up for you again. So if you have any like Scorpio in your chart specifically, or if like your Pluto is in Scorpio, take a look at the Scorpio reading. But you're being asked to trust that you will not be taken down a path that is darker or tougher than what you can manage. So again, by shutting out, or by being closed off in general, you do protect yourself in some sort of way from negative energies, but you also shut yourself off from receiving just general enjoyment in life. So yeah, oh wow, that is the perfect kind of outcome. And yeah, okay, I see what's happening here for you, Aquarius. Outcome is 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Coins, and the Moon. So collaboration and intuition, watery energies and earthly energies, as opposed to all of this air. And yeah, these combined, it's basically asking you to embrace the unknown, embrace the things that you cannot control, embrace the fact that there are elements out there outside of yourself, and that yes, it is great to be your own collaborator, to be your own greatest supporter, your own greatest cheerleader even, but it will be so much more fulfilling, spiritually deep, enlightening, and in the end really helpful for you to embrace the darker, the unknown, the things that right now are making you want to turn a blind eye to what's around you because you're so afraid that things that don't seem very clear right now will bring forth tough experiences for you. But actually, if you really open up, if you just take this blindfold off here, this will also be very relevant for you if you have a Libra moon. Let's take a look at that Libra reading. But if you take that blindfold off, you will figure out and you will realize that this thing that seems like this dangerous wolf is really just this dog here. That the unfamiliar can become familiar through you just trusting that what is meant for you will never be dangerous for you. That's a very, very, getting such a lunar energy out of this reading, Aquarius. So if you have like a Pisces moon, or if you have any water placements, take a look at those readings, and also take a look at my Scorpio full moon reading. There might be something that the next lunar cycle, well, we're doing a reading for a whole month, right? So this month there's some sort of higher level cycle in your life, some sort of karmic cycle that's being highlighted, and that you're being called to look at and to embrace, even though it might feel scary, even though you might be pushed outside of your own comfort zone, outside of the boundaries that feel like you've delineated for yourself in very willful ways in order to protect yourself against repeating any past energies or cycles or situations that are detrimental to you or that are difficult for you. So with the World card at the bottom, it's all about cycles, endings. Even with the Ten of Swords, it's all about releasing. Oh wow, I just realized that actually I've been reading the Eight of Coins, the Eight of Pentacles, as the Three of Pentacles. So that was totally wrong, but wow, I've never done that before. So maybe that it was meant to come through as that, but because I just saw the Three of Pentacles here. So yeah, how would I read that differently now? The Eight of Pentacles is a very Virgo card. If you have Virgo placements, that's important for you. But just in general, this is a card of doing the same thing over and over again. Maybe focusing on the things that are the most controllable in your life. Focusing on only the stuff that you have to do rather than going out and exploring or being open to other things, like maybe being overworked. You're asked to get out of this cycle, this lower level cyclical kind of living, and into a higher level, just kind of syncing up to your soul cycles. And it's becoming very esoteric now, because this month is an important one when it comes to you integrating karmic cycles in your life, okay, Aquarius? And I'm hearing that this really has to do with just the way you look at things. It has to do with your mentality. It has to do with the way you observe those around you and the way you observe yourself outside of yourself, how you see yourself in the world. Again, we were talking about different communities before. So this, engaging these things that are coming your way, these intuitive, you're being nudged to go deep within intuitively. Engaging all of these questions and these unexpected things will help you figure out your place in the world and come out of this place of confusion and mental fog, and where you're in a stage in your life where you can just flow with the energies around you and with what the universe is throwing at you, and trust that it's taking you to a place of safety, of fulfillment, of enjoyment, where you don't have to be defensive preventatively. So that's something that is unpleasant will not happen, because everything is divinely timed in the end. All right, so let's pull you some advice, oracle cards for advice now, Aquarius, for this month of May. So if any of this resonated, please check out my other placements, videos, comment below, let me know what your thoughts are on this. Click like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I would love to see you back here. This is a very kind of Such a unique reading for you, Aquarius. I am absolutely not surprised. And everything is unique about my Aquarians. Labradorite and turquoise, and wow, it seems like these two cards are very connected to each other. So already we're seeing a kind of cyclical integration of things. Very, very interesting. I'm drawn to these faces in these cards here. I haven't really done that for the past readings for this month, but for you it seems that so if this is you and these are people around you, your environment around you, and I'm viewing this kind of as like spirit or the higher connectivity of it all. You're being asked to see how you reflect yourself in others, or what about you comes through in energies that exist or that are manifesting around you, and what about that is positive rather than scary. It's a very, very esoteric reading. I think I'm just gonna stop with the channeling of the messages there. I should probably do some extended readings for these weirder messages to come through. But it feels very like I'm very enchanted by this energy right now, Aquarius. So a highly intuitive time, and lunar energies will be working with you this month and doing some sort of full moon ritual, or just kind of like I'm hearing, just go outside, and if you get the chance, if it's not cloudy on that day of the full moon or around the full moon, kind of just like bask in the moonlight. Very, very interesting energies. So any advice for Aquarius? I just kind of like want to stare at these cards and not tell you things. Gotten me very moody. As a Cancer sun and lunar person, I'm very drawn to this. All right, so ask body. Okay, so in Taurus season, which is all about the earth and grounding and nourishment of the body, one of the ways to help yourself feel more safe as all of this is happening. Didn't we just talk about the underworld? How I was drawn to that card and the thought about Chiron as this kind of messenger of the underworld. Yeah, so, you know, shadow work sometimes doesn't come in the form you expected, and perhaps you've been putting off doing some of that. Or maybe you've gone through a very complex cycle of shadow work and you just kind of want to take a break from it all. That's also another thing that maybe I'm hearing. And one really good way to do it is by doing some sort of energetic physical exercise like yoga or Reiki with this card here. And seeing the benefit in, once you've grounded yourself and become comfortable in your body, seeing the benefit of just going with the flow whenever you do get triggered by certain things, which might be a little bit darker, which might be a little bit more emotional. Your hands don't need to feel so tied by these things that you're being asked to embrace or to allow into your life, because they will bring you to a place of great enjoyment and purpose, and to a place where you feel like you're able to connect to your life purpose and to the communities and the people and the connections who are really meant for you, who value your uniqueness and who understand you and with whom you feel safe to be around. So let's see what these two cards are about. I really like the messages in these oracle cards. I'm just going to read some of this. Oh yeah, of course. Labradorite, awakening to the magic within, mystery and synchronicity. That's why I was so just enchanted by these two cards together. Help from unexpected sources. Okay, so as we go about our healing work, bringing love and light into the dark corners of our hearts and our lives, we can forget that alongside reason and logic is the very practical tool of magic. I mean, what a better, more perfect message to wrap up this reading for you. Do you think of magic that way, or did you buy into the notion that the healing toolbox contains only what can be defined, tested, predicted, and controlled by humans in their current technology? Labradorite Spirit is here to tell you to believe in the mystery of how the conscious universe finds ways to support us in healing what is broken, for its ways are magical. You're being called to make a conscious choice to acknowledge the reality invisible to the senses that makes itself known through meaningful coincidences. Pay attention to synchronicities, hearing messages from the unconscious universe, or bearing messages from the universe, which is eager to see you replace what you have lost and repair what has become frayed or broken. Listen to the part of you whispering that something small and seemingly insignificant has great importance, for it's speaking the truth of magical synchronicities. Yeah. And the first line of the relationship message of this card is very, I think, important as well. So it says, be open to magic synchronicities so that you release your fears about love and open to it fully. Again, so back to that message of not blocking in things because you want to protect yourself from negative things, because that way you also block out the magic. So that's a wonderful message for you. And I'm just going to quickly take a peek at what turquoise means. Storytelling, reframing, a different way of perceiving, right? So that has to do with, again, that shifting your mentality and shifting your mentality about past experiences and kind of reintegrating certain past lessons in your life recently over the past year or so, or more than that even, and looking at them from a more spiritual perspective rather than a more emotional perspective, where you're focusing on the hurt or the destruction or the difficulties or the darkness that you had to go through as a result of those. And by shifting that mentality and looking at the higher picture, you will bring forth healing energies. You will embrace magical and unexpected opportunities in ways that are meant for you, that are divinely protected. So those are the messages I'm seeing for you, Aquarius. What a wonderful and interesting reading. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope some of that resonated. If it did, please check out my other videos. Like, share, subscribe, comment below, and I hope to see you back here again. Bye.